Hey, how are you? I'm Chris Robin, aka at Detroit Beastie, here with Team Riser Fall to talk about a little bit of Beastie's boomer action here for Friday, August 19th. We made it, TGIF, thank God it's Friday. A short work week for me in a way, only 4 days, but hey, I sympathize with all of you who've worked a full 5, 7. How many shifts in a row are you on right now? Regardless, I thank you for being here and watching the video. Before I get into my favorite stack of the day, and boy, oh boy, do we have a large size baseball schedule today, slate, however you want to put it. Go to the website at Team Riser Fall on Twitter, or just type it in your browser. Bump, done deal. When you get there, use promo code Beastie. As I said yesterday, there are 90% options off, 90% off, 75% off. But if you and I are as tight as I think we are, use my promo code. We'll see what that gets. Maybe you'll get a little Beastie boomer action, or you get a little Beastie, however it goes here. So make sure you do that. And again, we're on the cusp of the NFL season here, and no place you're going to want to be when week 1 rolls around, leading up to week 1 rolls around, then Team Riser Fall. When we look at today's schedule, 14 game main slate, right, on all formats, FanDuel, DraftKings, Yahoo. There are 15 games today. If you're wild and crazy degenerate like I am, Yahoo offers a 15 game all day slate. So does FanDuel. DK is the only one that it just goes boom right to main, and I'm sure it's early in the morning. These formats are going to slice it up, slice and dice it, and we don't know what we're going to get. But I want to stick to the main slate. Let's dig in. Let's bring in some tools, shall we? Here we are back with the Study Hub, something Discord, something driver's seat. I haven't said that in a few days, but here we are. This is the DK batter matchups here, and this is the projections, and boom, everything you need is like literally right here. And I do want to say one thing here. We can do this. We got some extra time this morning, right? When you go all the way down to DFS tools, rankings, projections, the stacks tool. Let's go to the FanDuel stacks really quick. I did this in a few videos early on, and I had some, I don't want to say, not criticism at all, but people were like, this is tough for me to read, and you're doing an okay job, but it's still out of my comfort zone here. And I'm telling you right now, in terms of baseball today, and then as the football season approaches, let me check something really quick. Here it is. And again, as I was just saying, football season is right around the corner here. So I want to help folks. And I know Mitch and everybody else at the website does such a good job showing you all how to use this thing. Because again, you're paying for the membership, or you use the promo code, or you're getting 90% off. You want to take advantage of everything that there is, on the website. And I know it's overwhelming. And I do my best, DFS 101, however you want to put it. But this is, the stacks, you can use this, the stacks tool, you can use this to your advantage in so many ways. Let's go to the FanDuel batter matchups briefly, and I want to bring up the game that I'm most excited about. No, we have a Coors game tonight. San Francisco is playing in Colorado. The Angels are playing here in Detroit, and who knows how that's going to go. I know Mike Trout was said he might be back later in this week, or is he going to fly all the way to Detroit? I doubt it. So let's just concentrate on the one game I think everybody's just going to glance over and move on from there, and that's the St. Louis Cardinals at Arizona tonight. And again, it has nothing to do with Arizona. I know I got the Beastie jersey in the background and all that stuff, but St. Louis yesterday went absolutely nuts. Pujols hit a grand slam. It was like 12-0 in the 3rd or 4th inning, where they're going to carry that over. I don't even want to mention Houston hanging 20 plus runs. I mean, what a wild day. So again, in a way, fingers crossed, I'm hoping St. Louis can carry some of that over in this one. When we look at the overall game, right, from an overall perspective, the Cards head to Arizona Friday, Chase Field. It's indoors. It's a humidor, however you want to put it. I think balls are going to be flying out there left and right. St. Louis has won 7 of their last 10 games, beat Colorado yesterday 13-0, and the Cardinals have won 4 straight games. You love to see that. Miles Mikolas takes the hill for St. Louis. He's 9-9. He's been getting it done in some spots here. But when we look at the Diamondbacks, Tommy Henry's going to make his 4th start. He's 2-1. He's only pitched 17.1 innings. Henry has 9 strikeouts, 4.15 ERA. 2 betting trends, and I'll save a few more for after when I bring my face in. Over 4-1 the last 5 meetings. The over is also 5-1 in the Cardinals' last 6 games against a team with a losing record. So, hey, here you go. Let's talk about St. Louis, and I'm going to isolate St. Louis because it'll save the embarrassment yesterday when I thought, what was it yesterday? I thought Brian Reynolds played for the opposite team, and it was weird. Oh, Brian Reynolds, by the way, Beastie Boomer graphic. He hit 2 bombs and I believe 4 RBI, so that you love to see that. My stack yesterday stunk, but hey, here we are. We're trying to get it right every day. And again, today, 15 total games. So you got every team, you got hundreds of players, taking the field today, and I'm just here to give you like 4 or 5 of them. So wing and a prayer. Let's talk about this lineup really quick. I'm going to breeze through this. It's Friday. We want to get out. It's sunny. It's the middle of August. I know we have things to do. This video isn't the only thing you have going on today, and we're just going to breeze through this here. Let's look at this. Dylan Carlson in the leadoff spot. Tyler O'Neill batting number 2. Paul Goldschmidt number 3. Nolan Arenado 4. And where does that leave Albert Pujols? Well, right here in the fifth spot here. And I'm sure Albert Pujols has batted against every pitcher on earth except Tommy Henry. That's just a guess here, but Tommy Henry, as I said, he's only pitched X amount of innings in the MLB, and it's all been for Arizona. How often, has Albert Pujols and the Cards, gone to Arizona or accepted them into St. Louis to bat here? So let's go over on the DK batter matchup kind of thing, and let's start digging through this stuff. Just on a surface level kind of thing. Nothing too crazy, because when we look at this one, I have a feeling, just looking at their ownership percentages right now, I said that yesterday in the article. I had the data yesterday in the video in terms of ownership percentages, but I didn't know how unbelievably crazy it was going to be. It's like ownership percentage last night was made up, and it didn't matter. If you wanted to play a stack or if you wanted to play a batter, you were just going to do it, because even a guy like Brian Reynolds was like 15% owned. And I got my notes right here from last night. Let me flip the page back a little bit. Gleyber Torres, Christian Arroyo from Boston. This guy was like 17% owned. So when you get guys like that, Brian Reynolds, Brandon Drury was like 20% owned. When you get a slate like that, you just got to literally go from the gut. No optimizer in the world is going to help you out. You got to go from the gut, heart, however you want to put it here. So when we look at all these ownership percentages here, Paul Goldschmidt, 2.2%. Tyler O'Neill, only 3%. Nolan Arenado, 2.4%. Dylan Carlson, in hopefully the leadoff spot, at only 1% owned, on the heels after the team scored 12 runs yesterday. Tommy Edman, he started off hot, huge disappointment. Paul DeJong, he was sent down. Here we go. His bat's kind of come alive. I could see a case where later this afternoon, I might make a graphic for Paul, show a little love, show a little respect, because he's been doing it for so long. And look at Albert Pujols. He's not even 1% owned after hitting, a home run number, 690, which was a grand slam. Pujols has been locked in. So Father Time is like, Albert Pujols is telling Father Time, take a back seat, dude. I'm still swinging the hot bat here, and that's what we're going to do. Let's look up at some stacks really quick, and let's see how this equates to what we're doing. It's going to take a minute, because there's 30 plus teams going today, and when we're going to find St. Louis, here it is, all right here. And I love it when you can still see runs, FanDuel salary, FanDuel projections, and promise before we split, I'll bring up the DK stacks thing, and we'll see what we get all along here. Look at San Francisco. Per usual, they're playing in Coors Field tonight. I could see a case where Brandon Belt is going to be like 30% owned, because this morning before I hit the record button, all these optimizers and everything here, Brandon Belt is like the number 1 overall play today. Am I wild for did I make that up? No, I saw that briefly with my own eye. However, I was on like my second sip of coffee, so maybe I wasn't as clear-headed as I thought. But when you look at San Francisco, looking to score 6 runs, fair enough. Their projection, 123 total FanDuel here. And when you look at St. Louis, they're going to go under the radar, but nothing stands out, right? And I like that. There's a little bit of lime green, light green across the board here. It's like a snake lying in the grass, just waiting to come out and, grab your foot or your ankle and retch in here. And look, LA, Atlanta, we all know the red. And if their K rate for the Dodgers is at like 30%. So to me, people are going to make moves with San Francisco, and that's okay. That is purely a cash game play. Personally, if you're going to play in big GPPs, San Francisco has to be hands off. Just look at the data that's here in front of us. You know what I mean? People are going to flock to San Francisco, and let's say they completely crap the bed. That happens all the time in Coors Field, where the Rockies are, they're down and out, right? They're at home, so we stack the other team, and come to find out, the Rockies are the team that scores 7-8 runs, and they leave San Francisco with 1 or 2 runs, and boom, we sneak up the rear, not your rear, the rear. Around the block, or around, however you want to put it. St. Louis, we can come up from behind folks with the St. Louis stack and really do some damage here. Let's bring in the stacks tool for DraftKings and see what the heck's going on there. I have a feeling it's going to be basically the same kind of data, however you want to put it, and we'll let that load, and as that loads, we'll go back here and we'll talk a few things about, let's say, Paul Goldschmidt, as again, in 3 in the order. And look at some of these overall ratings here. You love to see that 81.93. Tyler O'Neill in the 2-hole, 85.31, 2.5% ownership. Nolan Arenado, I mean, come on, 2%, and he looks like he's batting cleanup for this team, and they're on an absolute roll right now, just fast-tracking it to the playoffs for St. Louis. So here's the DK stacks tool, and let's scroll down a little bit. I would imagine they're all St. Louis has been bumped up a little bit, and here we go. San Francisco, their team ownership percentage almost 10%. Boston, 8.28% owned, and here's St. Louis, 2.7% owned. And when you look at the other teams around them that are just a little bit lower, you're going to take a chance on the Dodgers or Houston. I think as the more day progresses here, Houston, Atlanta, the Dodgers, they're all going to go through the roof. I could imagine a little bit of San Francisco. This ownership might be capped here pretty soon, like the next update, or like early afternoon, 1, 2 o'clock when CG updates this thing. I could see a case here where San Francisco's ownership comes down just a pinch. Will they be the number 1 overall kind of stack today? Absolutely, because it's at the end of the season. I don't know about you. I'm not tired. I love talking baseball, but you're going to get people that, I played baseball DFS every day this season. I don't want you're going to get lazy folks that just plug and play San Francisco. And if you're about it and you're watching the video, do me a favor and stack up St. Louis. Let's bring my face back in and we'll get the heck out of here. And why? Because it's Friday. Hey, thanks for being here. Once again, I'm Chris Robin. Thanks for being here. You can use promo code Beastie. You'll get $10 off your first month of premium services. And when you get there, tell them Beastie sent you. I know there's 90% off promos, there's 75% off promos, but do me and Beastie a solid. Use our promo code. I don't get much from it, but I use it to buy Bootsy treats and all that. So until I see it tomorrow, look for St. Louis to hang 7 or 8 runs here in this one and just obliterate Arizona. Let's call it what it is, 7-3, 7-4, and we'll have a good weekend. I'll see you then. Bye.